myself, Dr.S.Elayabalan. Okay, I'm the head of the department in crop improvement. So, working as a assistant professor, cum research scientist in IMIM Institute of Agriculture and Technology. Okay, first and foremost, thanks to my team members to conducting this sustainable agriculture for future and present mankind. So, what are the innovative technologies we need to adopt and to make good healthier life? Okay, so in this section, first I am giving a short introduction about the topic. So the sustainable agriculture is foremost important. How we need to run sustainably our life through growing our plants. Also the current and future need for agri and horti technology. How the sustainable agriculture to linking between the production productivity of these crops. Okay, also we need to learn what are the farming tools should learn to make the sustainable agriculture. Okay, so this is my email ID and my contact. Okay, so first, what are the innovative technologies to make healthier life as well as the sustainable life and also the sustainable agriculture? So I'm listed, there was the 9 important technologies and 9 mantras for making sustainable agriculture for the present and future generation. Okay, the first one is the production of nutrient dense fruits and vegetables. The first mantra is nutrient dense fruits and vegetables. Next one is high density planting. Okay, then permanent agriculture, that is called permaculture. Then production of microgreens and sprouts. Then floating agriculture, barter technology, application of mobile app for exchanging of food and growing technology. Then need for community garden. Then the foremost important post-harvest last food grains and fruits and vegetables. How to make fruit jelly, how to make homemade jam, homemade squash. Yes, we should know the technologies. Finally, the foremost important 3R technologies, that is reduce, reuse and recycle. These are the 9 mantras to make a sustainable life as well as sustainable agriculture as well as to safeguard our earth from the natural disaster, this pandemic situation. So we need to think over the 9 mantras. I'm going to describe the individual technologies. Okay, the first technology is the production of nutrient dense fruits and vegetables. The name nutrient dense. Why we want to eat nutrient dense fruits and vegetables? Yes, we are getting day to day life all the fruits and vegetables from the market. How many of you know the nutrition profile of individual fruits and vegetables? How much of where it was grown, which soil it is grown, doesn't know. If you buy the biscuit packets, if you buy the other goods material in your supermarket, everything is there. The nutrition profile, this much carbohydrate, this much protein, this much calories, this much vitamins, everything they are listing the profiles. What about our fruits and vegetables? We never think about where it is grown, what is the nutrition profiling, what we are eating. We are never bothering that things. How we will be a healthier life? Yeah, in our globe having diversified soil profile, diversified fruits and vegetables. So why we want to think about the nutrition dense fruits and vegetables? That is the foremost important for soil health management and plant health management, our health also. The triangle is there. So if you take an example, apple, they planted in 1950s in a Himalaya region. They take the 1950s, after 2 years they make the fruits. They take the fruits, they studied about the nutrition profiling, what are the components, what are the vitamins are there. Then they made the nutrition profiling after 50 years in the year of 2000. The same tree and same apple, the nutrition profile entirely is changing. Why is happening? The changes of nutrition profiling. For example, vitamin C, 100 milligram per 100 grams of fruits. in the year of 1950. But in the year of 2000, the vitamin C is now 20%. But the apple size is there, apple color is there, the growth and development is there, yield is there, but the nutrition profile is changed. Then we are consuming less nutrition fruits and vegetables. Why? We are not even bothering about the soil health and soil microflora and fauna as well as the rhizosphere beneficial microbes. We are throwing like anything fertilizers and other chemicals to killing the microbes as well as to killing our soil health. If you're killing the soil health, then automatically it should be reflected in your outcome of the soil, fruits and vegetables. We are consuming very nutrition less fruits and vegetables. Then how our life should be extended, then how to fight for this pandemic situation for COVID-19. So everyone to take care of the soil health. Then only now their standing changed, grow by one from their farm by where it was growing. Everybody we need to make geotagging as well as the nutrition profiling. So the peoples will consume to know what are the things we are taking in healthier life. We should know the production of nutrient dense and fruits and vegetables in future as well as current situation. We need to think about this diversified soil condition. We need to think about the production of fruits and vegetables, even food grains should be a nutrient dense concept we need to follow. This is the foremost important for soil health. Soil health is okay for the sustainable ability will be there and a sustainable agriculture we can run it. This is the first foremost mantra for soil health. Next, we want to grow. We want to feed our generation. We want to feed our population. So day by day increasing the population. We are the second place in globally for the population. Now China is leading in the first population place. They are also producing fruits and vegetables. So we need to feed all the common people. The technology will to change. High density planting, that is HTP technology now they are practiced now implementing banana, pomegranate, mango and guava as well as vegetables. The land use efficiency, agriculture inputs and land use efficiency, and to make the protection of fruits as well as vegetables for making high density planting. Then only we need to succeed. Production and productivity is there, but each and everyone should healthier life means we go for the high density planting methods to produce the vegetables. So if you take in a classical example, we are in the Cavendish group 63% in our Indian scenario. Other bananas also is there, but the national wide as well as globally, the Cavendish is playing a major role. Yeah, banana, you know the 56 nutrition profiling there. All kind of amino acids, carbohydrate and proteins, vitamins, everything, iron, minerals in rich in potassium. So each and everyone they consume a daily one banana. The healthier life should be there. So how the innovative technology, we need to interfering the biotechnological tools. How to make the mankind so that conventionally the farmers they are doing sucker cultivation. Also the stereotype culture. So now the innovative technology for making one cell line initiated for 80,000 to 1 lakh plants, we can make it. Why? We are high density planting, we need more planting materials. The planting materials should be disease free as well as pest free, high yielding, faster rate and more yielding uniform harvest, so that we need innovative technologies like the embryogenic cell suspension technology to make and produce bananas, and making the planting materials for most important the situation. So we want to avoid the disease incidents, avoid the pest. We need to go for higher rate of multiplication and healthier plantlets, and also the sustainability. So 100% yield and income as a farmer, we are growing, but yield and income. So we need to take care from cell to harvest, not from the plantlets to the harvest. We need to take care the cell to harvest. From also the stage specifically, we need to apply the cultural practice as well as nutrition, stage specific nutrition, both organic way. So we need to attain the yield. So that is the foremost important. So now we want to sustainability means as well as the production productivity to lead and feed our common people. We need to take care each and every plants from sale to harvest. The protocol and SOPs to follow, we can attain the agriculture production. Also the multi-tie system. Yes, nowadays the land use efficiency is, we need to use the land as well as the multi-site system we return for revenue generation. So we need to cyclically we cultivate our crops. Then the weekly income generation is the foremost important for all. If you weekly income generation for agriculture sector, then only we need to sustainability. Yeah, the intercultural operation, manpower and labor charges. So weekly we need to produce something so that alternate we want to grow multi-tie system, jack, apple, orange and pepper. So all the crops, even vegetables also we need to plant multi-tie system. So we need to get revenue generation for the sustainability. So that is the one of the mantra for multi-tie system we'll need to follow for this, as well as quality of disease material, planting material also important for sustainability. Then we need GAP. What is GAP? Good agriculture practice for each and every crops. Yes, I am planted. It was growing. We are applying too much of enormous fertilizer, pesticide, even water. We need to use the good agriculture practice. So if you take one, for example, classical example, banana. Okay, this is the first planted. Next mother, next daughter, the same land, same cultivation. For example, this is bunch emerged, next plant is ready for next 2 month intervals to other bunch, another bunch. For within 2 years we make the 3 harvests. So similar, like all crops also we need to make a good agriculture practice. We can more returns, doubling the income of the farming communities. To make GAP practice is foremost important for all kind of crops, to routine income generation with the less usage of water. So interference of the foliar spraying application, avoiding weeds, also using mulch for soil water conservation strategy, we can produce the fruits and vegetables in proper way with the help of GAP practice. This is also foremost important for current and future agriculture. Next, we need to do small intercultural operations. That should be lead for our import as well as export. Our country GDP will be increased. So this is a classical example. All the crops, for example, pruning and training the time period of, for example, pomegranate in North India. So we need to do the timing of pruning for proper flowering. Then only we'll expected yield should be there for small cultural operations to lead to increase our GDP of a nation as well as production of quality fruits. We can make export quality and the local consumers would be healthily we can given to feed our current population. So that is the foremost important for the good agriculture practice and post-harvest technologies, and take caring the produce is foremost important. Okay, next the mantra, great mantra is permaculture. Jiffy Laden, okay, he is one of my friend from Australia. So what is permanent agriculture? Yes, we talk about agriculture. What is permaculture? Permaculture means perma and agriculture. That is permaculture. So what he driven? So he drive 365 days, make the schedule. Today I am consuming apple. The same day, next month I want to consume the apple. Today I am consuming some green vegetables. Same vegetables to consume the next month. So 360 days he having the scheduling to grow as well as to consume the fruits, to extend the life of the human, as well as the main concept for this. See, look at the picture. There was the pond, where was the greenhouse, there was the vegetable cultivation. Here also see the rotationally they are cultivating fish, pond, cattle. So these communities never bothering about the pandemic situation, never bothering about the future, never bothering about the shopping rate. They are all involving to growing the own. They are supplying all the homes. That is sustainability. This is the permanent structure they made. From fish to meat to egg, even vegetables, leaf vegetables, everything They are growing by their own. That is permanent structure. That is permaculture. 365 days we need to grow. How we can make 365 days to grow all kind of vegetables, all kind of things? So he is the man is driven. This method is called permaculture. So cyclically, this is one day, the next routinely they will grow the vegetables, even greens, all kind of plants they are getting. So if you take, the lady was standing here, this is the reproductive stage, flowering stage and fruiting stage. The same crop is now the vegetative stage and juvenile stage. Once it is harvested, next it was ready for the harvest. So this today I am harvesting, the same day onion I am consuming, same next month the same thing. So they cyclically they are cultivating and generating their own food. That is called permaculture. That is now the integrated farming system, same approach, but a systemic way of cultivation of crops and vegetables. This also the pandemic situation will be fighting against. If you happening World War III, what will happen? Never moving of, we are lacking of petrol and diesels in India. So a situation, if you grow like this within 5 cents or 2 cents in the city's life as well as in the outside in a village, the same one village can sustainably grow their vegetables and fruits to run their life. So everything in your plate, okay, that is my plate concept. My plate should be everything grown by their own home they can feed. This is permaculture model for all kind of trees and fruits and vegetables and even chickens and meat, and even for egg production, full milk production, even grains, even greens, everything they are growing their own and taking consuming. This is my plate concept for sustainable life as well as sustainability of agriculture. This should be transformed from our Indian situation to marking the population to feed with the low cost, with the high energetically food we can consume. Okay, next, the small technologies, that is microgreen and sprouts. The mankind can able to grow the greens at home itself as well as the sprouts also. The sprouts and greens have rich in vitamins A, D, E, K as well as minerals and potassium, also all kind of calories. So the pandemic situation as well as a new emerging disease we are getting to fighting for this new emerging disease through food. Okay, so if you consuming the greens and sprouts is the foremost important to make immunity life to fighting. These are the technology they can easily do at home itself. Homemade grown up greens and sprouts. This should be useful for the sustainable life as well as the sustainable agriculture at the home itself. So each and everyone, so radish is there. For example, mustard, if you sprinkle the mustard seed in your compost, so then grown up within 7 days, they are ready for harvesting and to feed. As well as sprouts, within 2 to 3 days, make the sprouts and consuming daily, weekly, twice, 2 sprouts and 2 greens. Automatically our immunity will be increased as well as we are working efficiency also increased. These are the agriculture technology now needed for all the conditions. And also the food exchanging, yes. So we are using enormous petrol and diesel for transporting our fruits and vegetables one place to another place. This is the technology, the intervention of ICT technology in agriculture. Make the mobile app. So one village, yes, one street I am growing tomato, one street I am taking for brinjal, one street I am taking for carrot, one street I am taking for greens. Yes, my street having this much amount of greens available, this much kilo of brinjal is there, this much kilo of tomato. We can exchange within walkable distance to exchange the material. Each and everyone share it, avoiding usage of petrol and diesel. This should be reflect our conservation of our non-renewable resource for our country, as well as to avoiding the soil, avoiding the air pollution by using of vehicles. So each and every village should take the model of this practice, the permaculture practice, as well as rooftop gardening, to exchanging the fruits and vegetables with a low price, and each and everyone sustainably to consuming the vegetables and greens at in a village, at in a villas, at in a gardens to make this. This is the batter means the forefathers, forefathers they did the practice at home. If I am growing too much of fruits, they while coming them will supply, they will give them. While they having too much of fruits and vegetables, they will exchange. So if you take exchangingly, they are getting energy as well as the knowledge of this. Also, each and everyone know the production technology, then to avoid the petrol usage. Next, the foremost important community garden. Yes, nowadays the township kids, even township, the people doesn't know how it is growing, where it is growing, how the plant appears, looking. Yes, in our one of my friend is in abroad, so in US, weekend they are going for growing vegetables. This is a rental based plots. Yes, rental based plots are available. They can grow everything. Weekend they will go and watch. Remaining days the farm will be taken care by the owners, and the rentals they will come and cook, they will harvest in freshly. So the community garden concept for each and everyone should know the reality of growing of fruits and vegetables. The upcoming, the future generation is the childhoods, is the future of a generation. They should know the real agriculture knowledge, to feed the agriculture knowledge to the young minds. The young minds playing the future Indian agriculture sector as well as the Indian mankind. So this should be practiced in our nation also. If you take village side, no problem, the students will learn. In township, we to make the transforming agriculture to the community garden, to exchanging of knowledge. That is the foremost important for sustainable life and sustainable agriculture. So we need to know the compost, we need to know the soil and which plant, carrot look like this, potato look like this, greens look like this. Everyone sharing the knowledge and growing to eat healthiest food. So this should be transforming from the current scenario of mankind. Okay. Next, everyone should know how to prepare jam, jelly, squash. We want to avoid the post-harvest losses. We are producing too much of potato, too much of tomato, less price. Each and every home should know that fruit processing technologies, even the farmers should know the fruit processing technology, post-harvest technology, storage methods, extending shelf-life methods, should learn and sell their products in off-season, as well as the return should be more. So everyone should know the post-harvest losses and post-harvest processing technology for making pickle, jam and jelly. This is also very, very important for sustainable life and sustainable agriculture. Okay. Next, nowadays everybody having diabetes. Everybody want white, pure rice. While polishing, see the percentage losses of allura and layer. Pure white rice nowadays consuming all the peoples. Diabetes 1, diabetes 2. So how can make the sustainable life go for unboiled, brown rice, high fiber rice, white rice? If you take in the electron microscope structure, the comparing the raw and cooked rice for the unpolished and polished rice, we are losing all kind of fibers and minerals and vitamins also. Only we are consuming too much of carbohydrates. So how to change the people mindset? So only the way to know, yes, each and everyone is unpolished rice having high fiber, as well as use of traditional rice. So traditional rice, we have enormous genomes available. Go for traditional rice cultivation and feed our generation in healthier life. This is I grown my farm, we are consuming daily in our home. This is traditional rice. This is taken by the kings for having more fibers. Okay, if you compare the normal rice and traditional rice, they are having too much of fiber and crude protein and dietary fiber to reduce less carbohydrate and less, okay, total amylase also is less, the starch content also less. This should be increase our longevity as well as for feeding our future generation to practice our childhood age also from traditional rice, unpolished rice also very very important to avoid the endemic pandemic situation of diabetics also the future big problem also the current problem. We need to practice in our home as well as farmers should grow for the traditional rice and traditional plants with the rich in minerals and nutritious food should be grow and also to spread over every place. So we have enormous rice genomes also available. Traditional rice having rich in antioxidants and protein, fiber, rich in that. This also we need to promote to cultivate our farmers and feed and the common people. Also, this is the foremost important. So the next, finally, the 3R technology. So each and every one, the compost preparation, alternative energy, solid waste management. So reduce, reuse, recycle. Reduce means if you are going shop buying, if you buying any goods and vegetables or even anything, they are giving carry bag, plastic carry bag. If you each and every home they are all the home they are dumping like anything the plastic bag. We want to reduce, go for cloth bag while repeatedly buying. Then the same cloth bag we can use reuse. Then it is a recyclable one. So why we want to safeguard our health? Where the health, soil health, we need to take care of the soil health. And also for throwing our homemade waste, every home and every farm they should know compost preparation. Own compost preparation, enriched compost preparation to enrich our soil health as well as to avoid the pollution. Solid waste management, see the big problem, throwing, dumping in line the soil. Soil pollution is the major problem. So every home they having the composting methods to avoid the solid waste management, to avoid the soil pollution. So that the first foremost important the composting technology for sustainable agriculture. Then alternative energies used for solar, for pumping of water, solar for home purpose. We need to go for alternative energy, avoid electrical generation, nuclear generation. So that now the government is implementing for solar and wind energy for agriculture sector as well as this. Next for traditional plastic and bioplastic, we need to promote the bioplastic, we need to degradable bioplastics. So avoiding the solid waste management strategies as well as we need to take care of soil health. Then the soil health is okay, the plant health is okay, finally our human health also okay. So finally I am talking about the health condition of the soil reflecting in our agriculture and mankind also. Okay, so sustainable lifestyle to make each and every one. Okay, this is the 3R technology. Yes sir, the finally I'm talking about floating agriculture. What happening nowadays? The climate change. Yes, we are accepting the climate change. Rainfall failure. Yes, rainfall failure. Drought situation happening. How to overcome? All the rains happening in the ocean, not in the land places. So the floating agriculture is the future and present. We have enormous ocean place. So we need to build as rainwater harvesting unit. So now the composting technology is available. Take the compost and growing seeds also is there. Natural light is there. Enriched compost is there. Good quality of rainwater is there. We need to cultivate, to harvest, then we feed the future population. So the floating agriculture practice they are going to implement very soon due to the scarcity of water and drought as well as pest and disease. So this is the floating agriculture they are practicing. So I got information from one of my friend in Japan. They are planning and they did a small experiments. They got the good results. This technology is going to replicate for the sustainable life and sustainable agriculture in this ocean itself. So these are the new technologies we need to replicate in our nation for growth and development. Okay, so finally I am concluding the 9 mantras is foremost important for sustainable life and sustainable agriculture. So intervention of biotechnology, intervention of genomics, as well as intervention of all the technologies for the community people, awareness for growing of good rich nutrition food. So we need to consume to be fight for this pandemic situation, so that we need to make future plan, so implementing all the technologies. Okay, so that is the finally I'm concluding. Any doubts or any relevant doubts related to sustainable agriculture, other things, please email me, and also through WhatsApp me. Even anytime you can call and get clarifying from the doubts. Okay, so this is for the current and future need for the science and technologies. Okay, so the 9 mantra is there for the production of nutrient dense fruits, high density planting, permaculture, green sprouts and floating agriculture, community garden, 3R technology, post harvest technology should be the innovation, should be implemented to the agriculture. Okay, so thanks for the opportunity. Thank you.